While I'm waiting for,
I have to send it to
we're good to go. Clerk. Okay, I'd like to call to order the Finance and Administration Committee. May we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Erickson?
Here.
Mr. Morris?
Here.
Mr. Beggs?
Here.
Mr. Walker?
Here.
Mr. Hardy?
Here. And ask for approval of the meeting minutes from March 9th, 2023.
I'll make that motion. Morse. I'll support.
Motion by Morse, supported by Beggs, for approval of the meeting minutes from March 9th, 2023. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carried. Are there any changes to the agenda?
Do we need to add a discussion item for the Sheriff's Department's contracts? Or?
Mr. Beggs, we all had that, and I know we need to move forward with this. Do you think it would be better that if each one of us look at the proposed contracts from the Sheriff's Department, and if we have any concerns about it at all, to email those concerns to the county administrator? We don't want to email them to each other. Email them to the county administrator so they can be forwarded to the Sheriff's Department, so they can have answers to those questions at the next meeting. It may speed this whole process along for everybody if they have the time to get answers to any questions we may have.
My only concern with that would be if we have dialogue about those. I don't want to delay action on this, so I don't want to delay action at our next meeting if we don't have a discussion today.
I think it would actually speed it along.
Okay.
Because they would have, you know, anything that anybody, you know, any questions they have, they would have the opportunity to research them and answer those questions. If you want to talk about it now, I don't have a problem with that.
Let's talk about it now.
I'd say let's talk about it. We'll
Okay.
let's put a time limit on it and
All right, we'll
tack that onto the end of the
Yep.
agenda there.
Okay. With that change to the agenda, I would ask for approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Erickson, supported by
I'll support.
Beggs, for approval of the agenda. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Is there any public comment at this time for Finance and Administration Committee? Hearing none, I will move on. Mr. Jeff Stockhill, Life EMS update.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you had a chance to review the report. I'll make some comments on the fourth quarter specifically, because I noticed an error this morning as I was looking at it. We had 1,217 ambulance transports during the last two quarters of the year. It was down 227 compared to the same time period last year. Some of it is still getting back to, you know, comparing 2023 to 2024 will be a telling thing is where our volume direction is gonna go post the pandemic and the changes that everyone has experienced from that. I will tell you, you know, 8 to 10 months ago, I didn't see a light at the end of the tunnel for our staffing problems. There's a light now, and we're moving in a positive direction faster than I thought we would recover. Not specifically in Oceana County. I really have one open full-time spot, but coupled with that open full-time spot, I've had two people that have been off medically for months, one for over 1.5 years. And we're looking forward to both of their returns that are off medically this spring. Just to put it in perspective, that's an average of 156 hours of coverage a week. Looking at the next 3 weeks, I have one full shift that's open and 2 partial shifts. So we've been, of the last couple months, we've been doing much better with our staffing and keeping 3 trucks on the road all the time, which is a blessing. Nuevo County, I was literally 4 months ago at 60% staffing of where we wanted to be. But we had added hours and hope to build it, they'll come, you know, as far as lowering the volume over there. And all of a sudden in the last month and a half, we've got 4 or 5 full-time people hired, and one of my supervisors said to me yesterday, what do you want me to do with this new hire? And I put him on an open spot, and I don't care if we don't have a partner for him, we'll send him to Grand Rapids to work. So we're getting much better. Our education department is, I don't even know how many fold they've increased the number of EMTs and paramedics that they are putting out. I can tell you that for Oceana County, we've got 2 of our EMTs that reported that are in the West Shore program, and one of them is at the very top of his class, and the other one is also doing very well. So that is huge for us. Scott Doman was an EMT that graduated in November from the paramedic program that we put on at Life in Grand Rapids. I have never seen anyone complete a program and schedule as national registry, both cognitive and psychomotor testing, and pass it as fast in all the years that I've been a director. Passed them both with flying colors on the first attempt. He's doing extremely well in his training, and we're looking forward to him to being a senior medic sometime probably later this summer. And so a very big bright spot. I've been working with Dan trying to help him gain clinical contracts in other hospitals. He's been shut down. Spectrum Ludington helped a lot with that. They've had our folks have had great experiences there. They hired a new CNO, Chief Nursing Officer, over at Spectrum, Reed City in Big Rapids, and somebody I used to work with her husband. So we've been in the process of getting the legal agreements from the Spectrum there, so that there are more opportunities to. And just to put it in perspective, there are 2 paramedic students from ProMed, and they can't get a clinical agreement with Trinity Health, who owns ProMed yet, and they're working on that process. So that is a critical thing. The folks that will be graduating in May will start an internship following that, and upon completion of their internship, they'll be eligible to test for national registry. So we're hopeful, probably October-ish, that these 2 people will be the earliest they'd be licensed as paramedics and can start our training program. We remain involved locally with several of the committees that are noted on here. We do take care of our folks on Thanksgiving and Christmas with nice meals from Honey Baked Hams